An elderly Spokane woman rescued from horrific conditions.
Upon arrival, we could smell the house before we got within about 40 feet of it.
And the man investigators say is to blame, the woman's own grandson.
He was supposed to be taking care of her.
Good evening. She has managed to live for 91 years, but tonight Spokane doctors are worried weeks of neglect may keep Elsie Gettman from celebrating her next birthday.
Firefighters found the woman laying in her own filth inside a home near Nevada and Euclid in northeast Spokane. As KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey explains, Elsie was living with her grandson.
I told them about how I couldn't take care of her, that it was too much.
Michael Bourassa is the man charged with first-degree criminal mistreatment of his grandmother. The woman's body was so filthy that doctors at Sacred Heart Medical Center had to decontaminate her behind screens they put up in the parking lot before she could be admitted to the hospital. Nurses had to kill germs as well as insects. Their eggs still line the sealed-off windows of Bourassa's home.
Apparently Michael didn't let other people or family members into the house. He said he was embarrassed due to the conditions of it, so nobody was allowed to come visit.
Firefighters were called to this Euclid Avenue home after Bourassa refused to let family or social service workers check on Elsie Gettman's welfare. Paramedics had to retreat for protective clothing when they realized large parts of the patient's limbs were rotting.
Further, there was puddles of human excrement and other fluids, I'm not sure what they were, pooled around the bed.
Investigators don't think Bourassa was diverting his grandmother's Social Security checks to spend on himself. The 29-year-old is dangerously thin and, by his own admission, suffers from a number of mental health issues.
Well, I was embarrassed and not knowing what to do and trying to make it a little better so when they did walk in, it didn't look too disastrous.
That was our Jeff Humphrey. Spokane police still investigating the case. They want to know if other family members were aware of the deplorable conditions inside that home. Detectives say anytime it appears a caregiver is trying to isolate their patient from friends and families, it's time to insist on visiting them in person.